So this is the Dawhenya stretch, goes all the way to the Kong barrier. Now every day, residents from around the communities here have to deal with this level of traffic, serious gridlock on a daily basis. We're told that those who live home as early as 5:30 can be in this gridlock till after 8 o'clock. Today on the Citi Newsroom, we're here to look at the traffic situation that has got residents around this community angry over the level of traffic here on a daily basis. What actually causes this traffic and what are authorities doing to help free up this road? My name is Vivian Kai Loco. Welcome to the Citi Newsroom. This gentleman lives around this community. You tell us exactly where he lives, but his name is Maxwell. He has to go through this amount of traffic on a daily basis. Maxwell, welcome to the Citi Newsroom.
Thank you.
Where do you live?
Dawhenya.
Okay. What time did you leave home?
Normally 6:30.
Okay. And when you leave home at 6:30, how long does it take you to get to where you're going?
Oh, really? When there is no traffic, sometimes I spend 40 minutes or 1 hour. But when there is traffic, sometimes I spend 2 hours.
And what is causing this traffic on this stretch, you think?
I think the government should do the road. All is about the road. When the government do the road, I think the traffic it will be on.
And what's wrong with this road? It should be opened up or 2 lane? What do you want, really?
The road have to be open at least 4 lane. Yeah, so that we can drive safely. And sometimes it happens when the police are not on the road to control us. We use the edge, and that makes us have a lot of traffic on the road.
So we're still getting the thoughts of residents around this area who have to deal with this level of traffic every day. And I'm going to speak to another gentleman. He also lives around this area. I'll give you an idea of the communities around this area, where they're all coming from, that they end up on this stretch. But let me speak to this gentleman. Boss, what's your name? Good morning.
My name is Abdullah.
Abdullah.
Yes.
Abdullah, do you live around this area?
Yes, I live down here, down the Methodist Junction.
How long have you lived there?
I live here since 2008.
Okay, so from 2008, this level of traffic, is that what you've experienced over the period, or it's changed?
Yeah, it's changed. From 2008, there was no traffic. But from 2011, coming up, that the traffic started.
So what do you think led to the increase in traffic? Is it that more people came around this area, the communities opened up, or what caused this?
Yes, that's what I think. More people are
moving to this area.
Yeah, you can see, but then Def Traco was a small. Now even if you went to Def Traco, you see that the place is big and a lot of people staying there now.
Okay.
And that one also can increase the traffic because everyone staying there have to be using a car.
Okay. Yeah. So you have Def Traco, you have Dawhenya, and which other areas?
Yeah, we have HFC estate. We have other estates.
So there are a number of estates around here leading to this gridlock. So on a daily basis, on the average, when you leave home, how long does it take you on this stretch?
And sometimes you have to take you like 2-3 hours. Sometimes it's very bad. Today is better tomorrow. Sometimes I have to take you 2-3 hours. So most of the time I have to leave home. If I want to get to office by 7, I have to leave home like 5:30.
Wow. And then if you leave at 5:30, you should get to work by 7:30.
Yes.
So this is the Citi Newsroom. Now, one thing that happens on this stretch, especially when there's a gridlock, is that you see a lot of people going to work and children going to school as well. They have to sit in the car with their parents for hours just to get to school and their parents to get to work. I've spotted a family. You can see the 2 kids on their way to school and with their dad and all that. Let's see what they go through on a daily basis. Boss, good morning. Welcome to the Citi Newsroom.
Good morning, Vivian.
How long do you stay in this traffic on a daily basis?
From Dawhenya, normally I do about an hour to motorway roundabout.
Okay, and if it's a bad day?
I can get beyond 1.5 hours.
1.5 hours. Now the kids, just to motorway. Yes. Wow. And the kids have to stay in this for the hour and an hour?
Yes. We try to get up very early. By 5, they should be up. If we leave home before 6:30, we are late. So we should be leaving home around 6 or before 6.
Wow.
to be able to make it 8 for them to start the first lesson.
And how far is their school?
It's around come to 12, so let's say normally about 15 minutes without traffic I should be at the school. But on daily basis I do 1.5 hours or 2 hours to get to school.
Well, what is causing this traffic here?
I think it's before Deaf Track Co, and then
The Kong area.
The Kong area.
Is the road must be opened up, or is some level of discipline happening, or what is the issue?
It's both.
Okay.
It's both.
Okay. Can you permit me to just say hello to the kids and pick their thoughts and sitting in the traffic? How do you feel when you sit in the traffic for that long? Guys.
Yeah, I feel real angry because I have to get to school early. And if I don't get to school, they might punish me.
Okay, so sometimes you get to school late and you get to school tired, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So you can see what the kids have to go through. Daddy, thank you so much. Have to go through on a daily basis, sitting in traffic, and it's just their way to their route to the school. It's just about 15 minutes if there's no traffic on a daily basis, but they have to sit in the traffic for 1 hour or over an hour just to get to school, which is just off the road around coming to 12. And this is a seriousness of what we're seeing here, this gridlock on a daily basis. Residents from around this community, residents from Dawhenya, residents from Deaf Traco, from HFC, from a lot of communities around there have to contend with this level of traffic. So if you realize this stretch, the Dawhenya stretch, falls under 2 constituencies. We'll go to Parliament and my colleague Duke Mensah Opoku will be speaking to the MPs responsible for this area and to pick their thoughts on this gridlock we see every morning.
Well, it is a cause of worry. I mean, you cannot overstate the effect of the traffic. I mean, when constituents have to spend 2 hours, 2.5 hours to commute between Pram Pram and at times even just Tema. And this has simply been as a result of the fact that we have failed to plan for development. Government has sat down and watched the development grow there. I remember in 2016 when President Mahama came to the launch of my campaign as parliamentary candidate at the time, he spoke about the next NDC government's plan to dualize that stretch of the road, the Accra Aflao, the Tema Aflao Road and the Tema Akosombo Road, as well as other major roads in the country. That's the ultimate solution until that road is dualized, because right now what you have is you have several branchings off and onto the road, and that creates traffic. Because if you move from Pram Pram Junction and you get to the Dawhenya taxi rank, again because of the failure of the contractor on that road to work, Simain Ghana, you realize that there's a huge gully that has developed there. We keep doing stopgap measures to just fill it. After 2 weeks, 3 weeks, there's a big gully there. It creates a traffic. And apart from that, again, even part of the traffic starts at Kombaria. And this is an issue that I have actually summoned the Minister for Roads and Highways to Parliament to ask him at Titi Junction. Titi Brothers, that's traffic light there. You realize that even a truck that was carrying boulders in the roughage over there on the road, one of the boulders fell on a BMW vehicle, if you remember. And I summoned the minister by way of question to Parliament. He gave us a 3-month timeline. That 3-month timeline has lapsed over 2 years.